Yo, yo, yo. YAHsharal. This your brother YAHsharal, aka JAHsh. And this is just some commentary over a comment. I'm not going to call him a brother because I don't know if the dude's a brother like the way we feel, the way we feel brothers to be brothers, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to just say brother nevertheless, out of the spirit of unity or whatnot. Anyways, comment brother said that YAHsharal is not the name of the Torah teacher, which is okay because we're not necessarily told the name of the Torah teacher. We have many names that are attributed to the Torah teacher. YAHsharal being one of them, YAHshai incorrectly being another, Emmanuel being one, and of course everyone knows the Greek penis god, Egyptian, Greek Jesus or Zeus, Geist or Christ, you know what I'm saying? So brothers be tripping me out with that, as far as you can't say this, you can't say that whenever we talk about the so-called Hebrew language, you know what I'm saying? Because anybody who knows about Yahweh or anyone who knows about Yah only can know about Yah through the Spirit. Otherwise, you're just a counterfeit, you know what I'm saying? Your ass is counterfeit. So you can say Yahweh, but if you don't know, if the Spirit doesn't talk to you, and for all those out there who commune within them with the Spirit, that the Spirit doesn't sound like any language that we speak. But the closer your vocals get to a communication, then the more the Spirit grabs a hold of it and even manipulates it itself. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I'm speaking English language. That's what you hear. But anybody who knows brothers, no, we don't speak what so people call, quote unquote, proper English. You know what I'm saying? Because there's many, many different sounds that brothers and sisters make using English alone. So I don't know where people get it in their mind that, that they can hold us to some standard whenever they have to talk too. You know what I'm saying? I haven't met one person who speaks the Hebrew tongue all day, every day, and doesn't break from it, even if they're in practicing it, even if they're just learning it, putting sentence structure together, sound structure together, things of that nature. Now, mind you, I don't break things down very complicated. I'm a simple guy, simple person, simple-minded, if you will. All praises to Yahweh. But brothers and cats out there always want to call us arrogant, right? And say we're prideful, especially brothers that aren't here in the so-called Americas. They always say, you Americans are arrogant. You Americans are prideful. You know what I'm saying? But especially if those people saying that are saying that they actually represent the Hebrew culture, like, how can you be outside of the Americas, say you represent the Hebrew culture, look at what we're doing over here, those of us who represent Yahweh and the Hebrew culture and faith, and have those type of remarks like, you brothers over there, because even if you were over there, you'd have the same nature as us. So that always lets me know, when I hear shit like that, that always lets me know that brothers don't have the spirit of Yahweh within them. Now they might have they might type on the comment boards using the letters YHWH, right? Or they might type on comment sections using, letters. But to say that those letters combined, right, the so-called Yod Hey Wad Hey, Yod Hey Wad Hey, or whatnot, don't equal out a name in that, because that's what this person was trying to comment on. They were like, to say Yahweh, you can't say it Yahweh. You have to say Yod Hey Wah Hey, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? When that doesn't even make any sense, and that shows me that the person who said that, who commented that, they have no clue about our culture, right? Because I remember I used that example, right? That even using the English language around the United States and the Americas, when people use the English language, especially brothers and sisters, they don't even sound the same. Some use it broken, some use it more proper, right? And some use it just differently. So it's the same thing with the Hebrew language and the Semitic languages. You even in different time periods when brothers and sisters was talking Semitic languages, if some of it was changed up, because of the different areas and the different times that they were, but those people who were led by the Spirit could communicate with each other without having to change what the next person said or the next person. Now, we all know Yahweh recognizes a sincere heart, right? And an upright heart. So Yahweh is not petty. You know what I'm saying? Yahweh is not going to judge you just off the strength of the lettering, like, did you get the lettering right, like this? Because the sound also, the word and power in the sound is within the spirit, So brothers just got to erase that from y'all minds that, if you are diligently seeking how to write it down and pronounce it, then that doesn't go unnoticed either, But if you're saying that, like some people say Yahuwah, right? And some people say Yahweh, right? Some people say Yahweh, right? Some people say, I'm sure there's others. They're not, just forgive me, they're not coming to mind. But true, we say Yahweh off of the letters, and we don't have the D's, of course, because there's no D in Paleo Hebrew, at least not that I've seen. Not D, but no U, right? And no O sounding, or the I and the O could be interchangeable as a sound. You know what I'm saying? So brothers be tripping me out with that, talking about the linguistics when it's just sounds. And obviously, if you check out any languages that are Semitic and just listen to the sounds of them, then you'll know that it's along the same stream. For instance, I live here in Texas, right? So we don't sound like people from New York would sound, or brothers and sisters from New York, right? So we also have an intermixture here in Texas of older so-called blacks, so-called Native American blacks that are here, along with transatlantic slave trade blacks, so-called, that are here too. So it's an intermixture, especially down here. So and that's why we get along so well with the so-called Hispanic down here. And also because the so-called Hispanic is not just Mongoloid or so-called Japheth, you know what I'm saying? Or not just that. They're also an intermixture of YAHsharal or Israelite. You know what I mean? So therefore, we get along. We have a saying down here because we have a lot of crows, right? A lot of blackbirds. But down here, the blackbirds and the brown birds, because we have some brown birds too, and they're like smaller crows. So we have a saying here, the blackbird and the brown bird always run together, because they do. The blackbird comes in with the flock of crows or flock of blackbirds, and they get all their food and they have their fill, and then here comes swoops in all the brown birds. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's an allegory to the children of YAHsharal here, Arab, like the mixed multitude coming out of Egypt, mixing together down here. So that's just a simplified, and leave comments below if you would like me to go more into that, but or whatnot. But this is just commentary over brothers and sisters who spend so much time over English lettering and sound pronunciations without spending so much time as what is inside of them coming out. You know what I'm saying? Because if you was to go somewhere and you couldn't speak the language, but your spirit is off, then you're really going to be off. But if you go somewhere and you couldn't speak the language, yet your spirit is on point, you can still get by through just eye contact and mannerisms and things of that nature until the language between the two of y'all eventually started to convey. You know what I'm saying? That's called the spirit working. But if you go somewhere and your spirit is off, then, and not in harmony with the place that you're at, then you're not going to get anywhere anyway. And it's going to be like that. I mean, whenever all these places and this place gets shooken up, based off prophecy, all the different prophetic things that are supposed to be happening to where we are and to who we are, and shaking everybody up and shaking people's faith up, shaking people's conscience up, their mind state up, then it's going to be people having to deal with that coming together. So how do you think that people are going to deal with that who've never even met each other, right? Let's say if we get those of us who get drawn back into the actual land, so-called Middle East, so-called Northern Africa, so-called, you know what I mean? Then there's going to be many people who don't communicate straight outright with each other, so they're going to have to get along. But the only way that happens is through the spirit or through the Rawach, and that is what's called harmony. It's like music is harmony. It's harmonious. If it's out of harmony, then it doesn't vibe with you. But if you don't know what harmony is, then you won't be able to even tell. That's why our brothers be getting mad when like Justin Bieber or like some bullshit pop music is constantly made, because it's not in harmony with natural harmony, natural harmony. Because in the scriptures it says the earth is Yahweh's and the fullness thereof. So with Yahweh, there is a natural harmony. There is a harmony. And it doesn't sound like just me and you talking. It has a vibration to it. And it could be like, the deeper you get into it, the word of Yahweh actually within can sound deeper than the didgeridoo. You know what I'm saying? Like it gets into sound octaves, and not just sound octaves, but symbol sounds too. So it gets way abstract. So man, brothers who come with that simple argument like we can't say Yahweh whenever the so-called Native American music is filled with Yahweh. You know what I'm saying? Whoever is coming with that argument, they aren't in harmony with us. And you should always question them, because there's, just like it says in the scripture, question them. You know what I'm saying? To check where their spirit is at. Because true, some people will say Yahweh, but they don't know Yahweh through the spirit, right? But that doesn't mean that Yahweh is not doing something with them, and it may influence them with the Spirit somewhere along the lines. As I've gotten older, I've learned not to condemn brothers too much, especially if brothers are coming with the word Yahweh, because just to even have that knowledge, it means that the Most High is working on you somehow. So it's like brothers who say, in the name of YAHsharal, or whatnot. So I can even see where Yahweh is merciful to brothers like that, because they're so close to just praising Yahweh alone that they just need to be shooken up in order to reach that next level. You know what I'm saying? Or not. I mean, who are we to say other than just representing and being Yahweh as YAHsharal? You know what I'm saying? As Alahayim, YAHsharal, Alahayim, the power of Yahweh, represented through various types of YAHsharal, if that makes sense to you. But anyway, I just wanted to address that because, it's just mad disrespectful, especially when brothers comment on your page and it's not even relating to anything that's going along with what is being talked about in the video. Now, if you're listening to the video and you have an issue with what's being said, or you're not following along with it, then just comment on that. Like, yo, you said this, I didn't know what you were talking about, explain that. But just don't come out of left field, and I mean that exactly how it sounds. Don't come out of left field, you know what I'm saying, with something like that's not even pertaining to the video, and you just want to come in with your little 2 cents, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like Brother Judah always tells me, he's like, man, it takes some real niggery or something like that to get you riled up. Well, I guess that's one of them, is when you just come on out of left field like blah, you know what I'm saying? And then you're going to get that same type of response from me, man, because it's like you're going to get some kind of belligerent, some wild, more wild than Idumean response from me. Because for one, I ain't got no respect for you. And for two, you know what I'm saying, we do this through the spirit of Yahweh, So in reality, in Yah willing, we don't have to act a certain way towards you or whomever it is. But out of respect for the glorious name, Yahweh, then we do act accordingly, and orderly. But whomever is listening should take that as a prequel. You know how these movies got prequels? When you should see this all over here, are getting tossed and turned and refined like silver in this fire. It's like the brother who comments and said, you're in Babylon. Yeah, I'm in Babylon. We're in Babylon. We're in captivity. So he's not saying nothing new, Any YAHsharal who denies themselves being in a captive state is oblivious to reality. You know what I'm saying? But it's not the state that you're in, it's your mind within that state. Is your mind on Yahweh and serving Yahweh? Is your mind on sharing the truth of the Rawach so that others who listen to this can have a connection and have faith in Yahweh? The laws and the statutes are all founded upon Yahweh and what Yahweh means and the Most High's glorious name. Right? So if y'all already know that, then you should already know what I'm talking about and where I'm coming from. Because there's no turning back. It's like what Brother Judah says, when you give your soul up to Yahweh, there's no turning back. Especially, and why would you want to turn back? Because Yahweh opens up reality and opens up your mind, lets you see the King, lets you see Dawad, lets you see the beloved and be part of it, right? As YAHsharal, right? So, this is a rant or event or whatever it may be. And like I said, so this your brother YAHsharal, aka JAHsh, known as other things, as a lyricist. Some brothers used to call me Gingerbread. Some brothers call me J Scissors. You know what I'm saying? Because things get cut up. So, YAHsharal, we way abstract, man. We way abstract. So don't let no one limit you by their own small perspective. Like Paul, you know what I'm saying? They got a Sheol perspective. So they like to come at you with death, you know what I'm saying? Not that they like to come at you with death. So you just gotta let brothers go sometimes, man. Let them go the way of death so they can fulfill that mission. But if they want to eat from that tree, they want to sit by the brooks, If they want to walk along the brooks, go through that gate, go into that garden, find them some of them date trees, some of them fig trees, pluck some of those off, munch down, something sweet to the taste, Then let them love Yahweh, If you want them to be out in the field, you want them to tend their sheep, make sure the sheep that no sheep is lost, let them love Yahweh. If you want them to sit with you by the fire, you want to open up that Torah, read them the laws so they can get some understanding. You can tell about the patriarch Moses through the Rawach and how the mind connect with your soul. Let them love Yahweh. You know what I'm saying? If you want to walk around here with a shield of protection, let them love Yahweh. Anybody else coming with that nonsense, man? Hey, it's only Yahweh who's merciful, and he shows his mercy through you, right? And it even surprises you sometimes, right? But anyway, not to make it too long and go on too long, this is just, is what it is. All praises to Yahweh Kad. Big ups to YAHsharal. Keep doing what y'all doing. And, share your talents. Express yourselves while you still can do it. Shalawam.